We are continuing the championship case series with Denny Hamlin. Yes, Denny Hamlin currently is second in the standings. We're going to go through his season so far, talk about some of his numbers this year, and I'm going to give a championship case for him. I do this for all 16 playoff drivers every single year. So we did Martin Truex Jr. yesterday. Today we're doing Denny Hamlin. Tomorrow will be William Byron. I'm going to pre-record that one because I'm going to be out of town. But I'll record it right after this. Got the William Byron hat over here ready to go. So right after this, I will make the William Byron one for tomorrow. As for other videos in the upcoming days, we're going to do all 16 drivers. As I said, we will start up the championship series again. After the Byron one tomorrow, we will start them back up again on Monday. Saturday, I may do a qualifying report while I'm out of town. I should be back Sunday for the race. But Saturday, I may do a qualifying report. Just a quick, let's see how the international drivers do. And speaking of, in the community post, which is where I will also update you on this series, I will update you on when those videos are coming out, any delays, any changes to the schedule, I will let you know in the community post. But also in the community post tomorrow and Saturday, I will be posting polls asking where you think each of the international drivers will finish. We will start with the guys who have already ran races, so Jenson Button, SVG, and then we will move on to guys like Brody Kostecki and Kamui Kobayashi we will do on Saturday. So look out for those polls, vote. I want to hear your opinion. I want to see what the people think, where they're going to finish. But on to Denny Hamlin. Yes, I'm sure there are already comments before even this part of the video that are going to say, Denny Hamlin, ha ha ha, he doesn't have a championship. That is true. I will bring that up in this video. But that is not the purpose of this video, to make fun of him for not having a championship. The purpose of this video is to talk about why he will win the championship, build a case for him to win the championship this year. So Denny Hamlin, his season this year consists of 2 wins at Kansas and Pocono. He has 8 top 5 finishes, which is third most top 5s, or the most is 10, then there's 9, then there's 8. So he's really like 6th or 7th. But he has 8 top 5s on the season, 11 top 10s on the season, which is tied for the second most top 10s, 4 stage wins, and is currently 3rd on the playoff grid, even though 2nd in the regular season standings. I think he will probably finish 2nd in the regular season standings, has about a 40-point gap over William Byron. He currently has 24 playoff points to his name. I believe that also includes if he were to finish 2nd in the regular season standings, he would get 10 bonus points for that. So that's the first point I'm going to make. I'm going to make this point with everyone. There's no such thing as too many playoff points. Winning races, winning stages, however you can get those playoff points, just because we saw Harvick in 2020 had 60 or something and didn't make the Final Four. So there's no such thing as too many of them. Get those up and you should be fine. Well, not fine, but you should be in a better position. Now on to the schedule. We've got Darlington, Kansas, and Bristol for the first 3 races. I'm not concerned for Denny Hamlin at all in this round. He has the points. And then also Darlington is one of his best tracks. Kansas, he's the most recent winner at. Bristol's a track he's done good at in his career and has a couple wins there. No concerns in that first round. Then there's the second round. This is a little bit of a wild card round, but Texas is a track that JGR is good at. Hamlin's had a few wins there. In fact, he won the first race I ever went to back in 2010. That was also at Texas Motor Speedway. So Hamlin knows how to get around that place, repave, reconfiguration. It's just a matter of if it's a crap fest again with the tires, like I was talking about with Truex yesterday. If it's not a wild card race in terms of tires blowing out every 30 laps, then I think Hamlin should finish top 10 in that race. He should be fine. He's got a few bonus points on his side. Then we go to Talladega. Denny Hamlin is one of the better super speedway racers, if not one of the best super speedway racers in the Cup Series currently. I would expect him to run well there, score stage points, but it's still a super speedway. So, it's unpredictable. You never know. As for the Roval, Hamlin's a decent road course racer. He's not the best, but he's not the worst. So I think he needs to go into this race in a good position. So let's call it 15 points or above, just because if there's guys below the cutoff line, like let's say Daniel Suarez is in the playoffs, let's say, Kyle Larson is below the cutoff line, guys that are good at road courses, if they're below the cutoff line and Hamlin's above, that puts Hamlin in a bad position. So if you're 15 or above, that means they have to score stage points in both the stages and beat you in the final result in order to be ahead of you. So if Hamlin can just manage the first two races in this round, if he can just manage Texas and Talladega, then the Roval, all he has to do is just not crash, try to get some stage points, but the Roval's my biggest concern for him just because he's a decent road racer, but he's only got one road course win in his career. So let's say he does do what I say and he manages Texas and Talladega. The Roval, he scores some stage points, finishes top 15, top 20, and advances. Then you got the round of 8, and just like Truex I said yesterday, this round is much better for him. We got Vegas, a track he led laps at and in the spring, finished top 10, I think. There was a late race caution that kind of shuffled up the order, but I think Hamlin was running top 5 the majority of that day. Vegas, a track he's been running at much better as of the last couple of years. Only has one win there back in 2021, I want to say. But Hamlin has done much better at Vegas as of recently. Ran really well there in the spring. He could be in contention for the win that week. As for Homestead, Homestead's a track that's been very good for Toyota. You look at one of the cars he owns, Tyler Reddick. I expect him to run well there. I expect Kyle Larson to run there, Martin Truex Jr., Denny Hamlin's teammate. So I expect Hamlin to run well there once again. But there are going to be guys that are better than him here. Martin Truex Jr., as I mentioned, Kyle Larson, Tyler Reddick. These are guys I expect to be in contention for the win. Denny Hamlin could for sure be in contention for the win, but I just think there's guys better than him here. So I think that one of those guys, if they're in the round of 8, they're going to win that race. Hamlin, he's got to run top 5 at Vegas, I think, if one of those guys is going to win. Now, Truex, he's going to be in on points, I think, in the final 4. So if he wins, it's not that bad. But if Tyler Reddick were to win that race and be in the round of 8, that's where it shuffles things up because Reddick will be below the cutoff line most likely. That will bump Hamlin down a spot, and it's going to be a tight points battle. And then we go to Martinsville. Martinsville has been one of Denny Hamlin's best tracks in his career. He has 5 or 6 wins at the track. He's done so well there no matter what generation of car, no matter what year, up or down year. Martinsville has been one of his best tracks. He would have made the Final Four last year if it wasn't for the Hail Melon. And that's illegal now, so he doesn't have to worry about it. But Vegas and Martinsville, I think Hamlin has to run top 5 because Homestead, I really think we could see if it's either Reddick or Larson, if they're below that cutoff line, that's going to hurt Hamlin. He's going to be in a tight point situation. He doesn't have that big of a buffer to the cutoff line. It's going to be a little bit more difficult considering his point situation, but Vegas and Martinsville are tracks that he is good at right now, and I think he can score enough points, and I think honestly he can contend for the win at Vegas and Martinsville. So I think if he can win one of those races, obviously that's preferred, but I think he's going to be in contention for the win. I think that's going to help him out. So I think that's how he gets to the championship 4. And championship 4, you never know. Top 3 in the championship could wreck out. Hamlin just has to survive to lap 2. But Phoenix has been a meh track for Hamlin. Kind of like with Truex yesterday. He's got a couple of wins there, but he hasn't done great at Phoenix. But, you never know with this format. Hamlin, he's been known for choking championships. He's been in position to win the championship before and hasn't got it done. Could this be the year that he finally breaks the curse? Could 2023 be the year? But, so the championship case for Hamlin. That first round, he's going to be fine. Second round, it could get tricky. Third round may be difficult, but if he's contending for the win, I think he should be fine. And then Phoenix, you never know. He could get it done, but Phoenix, Joe Gibbs Racing can win any given week. So I think Hamlin, he'll be fine. If he's in the championship 4, he will be competing for the win. He will be competing for the championship. So, let me know what your thoughts are. How will Denny Hamlin win the championship? And we will go to William Byron next. And yeah, so I'll see you in that video tomorrow. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. We're going to go through all 16 drivers, as I said. I will keep you updated in the community posts, as I also said. So yeah, I'm just going to keep repeating myself. So have a good rest of your day.